Jesus.
All over your shit.
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden. We'll go right away. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel.
Welcome.
And we have a full house today with our guest being Katrina Swathwood.
Hi.
Brian Pastifume.
Hi.
And Anthony Smith.
What's up?
And we will predominantly be talking about Justice League, but we have to have an intervention real quick with Brian about something.
Oh my.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
I feel like I can't breathe all of a sudden. I'm nervous.
Is that just your chest, or?
Oh God, probably.
That's a normal thing.
What is happening right now?
I'll hold him down. You ready?
Yeah. You're not a 20-year-old frat boy that drinks every weekend and is like this dumb bro guy, right?
No.
You gotta drop the noise.
Oh, but I like
all the
it.
time. It's terrible.
See, when I moved here, I was very nicely told I could not say hella anymore. And I took it.
That's not by me.
No, this was well before my time with Robert. And I understood that it was not allowed anymore.
Oh, but that was hella noise.
Hella noise.
Is noise a North thing?
No,
No.
it's just a terrible person
It's just
thing.
something you don't do.
You hear that? Are you Australian? Is that what's going on here? Noise.
She's okay. She's still in her 20s.
Okay.
You're not.
Anthony
can say it. And it's not only that you say it, you text it too.
That's true. Yeah.
Or you post it.
That's true. Yeah, I do it a lot.
How do you spell that?
It's Noice.
No ice.
Noise.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my
god.
Hey, I can tone it down. I'll keep it between her and I.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Okay.
All right.
I almost had.
This is a good intervention.
That's why when I texted him
where you
earlier,
need
he
that
was like no.
What, the intervention.
Intervention.
I said nice, and Noise, and he's like no.
No.
That's not it.
Do all the drugs
No.
you want. Just stop saying noise.
Yeah. I don't care about that.
Well, today's events led into that.
Jeez.
All right.
Alright, understandable.
Nice.
Because
Nice.
I haven't been around for that.
Which part?
The noises.
Oh,
The noise.
noises.
I actually do need my phone.
It's right there.
Thank you. I do need my phone because I got some Justice League stuff on there.
Noise.
That intervention could have been a lot worse.
It could have. I was like, put phone down.
Yeah, see? Spelled like that. Yeah, it's not a joke.
Oh.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, it's.
So, your
Yep.
trial expires in 10 days. Nope, sorry. Yeah, this is going to be Justice League, which we all saw. You guys saw it last week, right?
I seen it on Thursday.
Okay. Corey and I and Katrina saw it today,
Yeah.
this morning, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good. I liked it.
You guys see that it's the lowest opening of any of the modern DC movies?
Really? No.
Yeah. Lowest.
I can imagine.
Lower than
I can
Batman
imagine
vs.
it.
Superman, lower than Suicide Squad, lower than Wonder Woman.
I've heard some crazy
sad.
mixed reviews.
I
About
know.
It. I really liked it though, but at the same time,
I mean, for a
Like
stealing
Batman
pile
vs.
of garbage, I mean, it was pretty good. No, I was the same way. I saw a lot of people that were like, oh, it's great, and a lot of people like, this is fucking terrible.
I thought the bad guy was fucking badass.
I
Dude.
thought the
my
opposite.
God.
Really? He was chopping people up, dude.
No.
And I thought it was like,
It's horrible.
yeah, it was up until the end when he fights everybody, it was like really subpar CG on him. Like, but then once they started to focus on his face towards the end, it really got detailed. But I felt like I wanted to go in. Brian wasn't excited at all.
No.
That's weird.
It was just weird because he's
Mr.
Mr.
Batman.
Batman.
Yep.
You're Mr. DC.
Batman.
Out of this group.
Yeah.
If anything. If anyone.
You know, I probably read more DC comic books.
I don't read
that?
any comic books,
Yeah.
so well, that's not true.
Only noise ones. So yeah, I went in not knowing what to think because the reviews were so mixed.
Very low tomato score.
39%.
Yeah. Lower than it probably should have been.
I actually agree.
I've seen some dog shit movies that had a higher rating.
I wrote down some notes about what I thought. I feel like I you can't just tell people how you feel.
Tell me
Yes,
you
you
feel.
can.
Yeah, you can.
We're men. We
Tell
can't
us
talk
how
about
you
You
that.
feel.
can't tell people how you feel. That makes me angry. Anybody know what that's from? No? It's Robot Devil?
Family Guy.
He said robot.
Yes.
devil.
Said robot
Oh
devil.
god. I didn't get that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What was the slogan? Apples? What was the slogan for
Hungry for apples.
Hungry for Apples? When Jerry is stuck in the loop.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe since I've watched the series
That's all we
like
talked
8
about.
times through now. I feel like any time the movie started gaining momentum, it just stopped. It was like, let's get going, let's stop. Let's get going, let's stop.
Example?
The whole movie up until the very end. It seemed like, an action sequence
Like they
would
were
start,
developing an idea, and then they would
and
say,
then they
okay,
would just
breaks.
stop and everything would slow down, and then it would be just like...
Disorganized.
Whereas, like, they're going to be constantly be compared to Marvel forever. Marvel slowly builds up and builds up and builds up and builds up until, like, a finale.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there'll be multiples towards the end. This was like, okay, there'll be an action sequence, and then we'll stop for a long period of time. And then there'll be an action sequence, and then we'll stop for... Instead of slowly building momentum up through the entire movie, it felt to me like it was, it's gonna get really good. Let's stop down. Let's slow down.
I feel like it's because they had to build up each character in the movie.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Cyborg, Flash, and
Aquaman.
I think it's poor writing.
It's tough because Avengers really set the standard for an ensemble of this magnitude, and like I said, I didn't know what to think going in. I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to, with as bad as the reviews were. Did Superman's face look weird to anybody else?
so
Yes.
I have an.
I know there's the
explanation
mustache
for
thing.
That's why.
That's what it was.
Is that why?
Because
Yeah.
they had
Yeah.
to CG his mustache out because he couldn't shave it because I think
He
he's
was
from
in
Mission
the
Impossible.
reshoots.
I
The
couldn't
reshoots,
figure out
yeah.
why in the beginning when the little kid had cell phone footage that he looked like they CG'd
Yeah,
him
footage.
in like they
Footage.
yeah, like they couldn't get Henry Cavill to be in the movie or something.
Yeah.
They just pull a CG character out of their asshole or something.
That just leads back to the bad CG. No, but I'll go over my notes, and you guys can... That goes... My first note was it felt a little disconjointed, and it's probably because they had to jump around a lot. Unlike Marvel, these characters didn't have their own standalone movie, so they couldn't jump in as quickly. We had talked about it before the podcast started. I think it's strange that for a long time, I know people at DC said, we don't need after-credits scenes because our movies are complete in their entirety during the movie, and then this one had 2. Did you guys stay?
Oh, I loved when Flash raced Superman.
Yeah.
That was
Did you
great.
stay the whole
Foot
time?
race?
Time?
Yeah, were there 2?
There was
Only
2.
2?
There was
Yeah.
2.
There's 2.
Yes.
You saw them?
Yes,
So you stayed till after the credits?
Yes.
That was a really good post-credit scene.
both
Yeah.
of them.
I mean, I guess I could say spoilers now, but if you're listening, it's too late. Superman's not dead. If you thought he was dead, you're stupid.
By the way, who didn't know that happened? Because most of the time that shit's revealed in the trailer.
Yeah.
And in the trailer, they showed Superman, but they played it off that it was just a dream by Amy Adams.
I don't know.
Yes.
So,
I mean-
did you know he's coming back? Did you see his name in the cast anywhere?
Yeah.
So, the fact they resurrect him in this movie surprised the shit out of me.
Man, you know what I didn't do? We always do, like, what trailers did you see? And there was a trailer that I really wanted to talk about.
We will
A
after.
Quiet Place.
Yeah, A Quiet Place. Did you guys see this trailer for A Quiet Place?
Yes.
Okay, we'll talk about it afterwards then.
So, I didn't know he was Superman was going to be in the
Oh,
movie.
you know what I really liked that was nice at the beginning of the movie?
The Wonder Woman.
Awesome.
thing.
No,
Place.
the fucking Green Lantern ring going to find its
New owner.
Yeah. That was a good surprise.
Yeah.
What?
They
What
killed
is it?
Green Lantern at the Steppenwolf killed Green Lantern. You see the ring
The
flip
ring
around and then
fly
book
off.
it because it's going to find its next.
No, I didn't catch
Yeah.
that. I remember seeing that happen. I didn't catch the
Yeah,
ring.
I was like, oh, cool.
Wasn't one of those characters Shazam, or like the one shooting lightning out of his hands, or was that supposed to be like a
could've
god?
been.
They said, when they mentioned, like, when they showed the guy, even the old gods fought alongside. So I was like, oh, is it Hercules or something? I don't know.
Well, he's just shooting lightning out of his hands.
I thought
it
that was a
been
pretty
someone.
badass
So is that
scene.
Zeus then?
That was
Yeah, it
cool.
was.
Yeah.
Like I said, I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. It's still nowhere near Thor.
Nope.
Like, not even close.
I haven't seen it yet. I
Thor
What?
is incredible, dude.
I
I
haven't
saw
seen
Justice League over Thor.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Can I
Yeah.
say my bit real quick?
Yeah.
Mid credits while I'm waiting for the last scene, lady behind me, group of like 4 people, our age, She's like, this was way funnier than Thor.
Oh
This
my
mo-"
God.
And I look at her, I'm like,
Did you throw something at her?
no, I actually like looked at her. Did you? And she said, repeated again, like, I don't know what people are talking about. This movie was fucking funny. Thor wasn't nowhere near as funny as this movie.
That's a person that's out of touch with reality.
She cited a funny scene for it, but you guys like Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
That-
No, it had some funny scenes, even though Ezra
Ezra
Miller.
Miller.
I did this. I put that.
I can't imagine you doing that.
Oh, so I'm like, how do you compare? How do you think this movie's as funny as Thor? I don't.
Ezra Miller's character could have been called Peter Parker, and you wouldn't have known the difference. I mean, that's basically what he's playing is Peter Parker.
I mean, yeah. I was just to say, was he as funny as the Quicksilver from
With that
the
said,
X-Men?
I loved Ezra Miller in this movie.
Yeah,
Him and Jason Momoa.
sorely needed.
As much as they were probably the best parts of the movie, I don't think Jason Momoa can hold his own movie.
He had such a hard time with dialogue.
Some of it
and
was just he looked badass, and the parts he was in was badass. But a whole movie of him,
No.
I don't think so.
My least favorite parts of the movie was just them fighting underwater. Like, this doesn't seem interesting to me.
I liked when Amber Heard did the move the water to like make an air bubble, and Steppenwolf. Is it Steppenwolf or Steppenwolf?
Steppenwolf.
Because I heard, but somebody in the movie pronounces it. It was Steppenwolf,
Steffen.
and somebody said Steppenwolf. I think it was Momoa.
Probably.
Because I always, because the band is Steppenwolf, and
Yes.
this is Steppenwolf.
Yes.
It doesn't really matter.
Favorite action scene where the Amazonian ladies are trying to keep away the.
That was cool.
I fucking like that chase.
That was bad.
Like,
Anytime-
there's a handoff.
The Amazon, and I was keeping an eye out for like the scantily
Wardrobe?
clad wardrobe
You
ones.
see too much.
There was like half a dozen of them,
Yeah.
and the rest of them were still.
Because the
in
main lady had
armor.
full on armor
Yeah.
like before.
I love her as Wonder Woman. She's so good as Wonder Woman, and just
It's being
seeing her. I
wasted.
love the way she fights, and I love it's just she's badass.
She's the best character out of the
Yeah.
out of the
Did,
ensemble.
like, the
Did you
bank-
see Wonder Woman
Yeah.
recently? Didn't the
Yes.
last time you hadn't seen it?
I watched it like no. I watched it like a week ago, and then I saw it in theaters when it came out.
Okay, it's such a good movie. Have you seen Wonder Woman?
Nope.
Really good,
Yep.
dude. Really good. Better than this.
Been out of touch with reality, guys. Sorry.
No, it's a good movie.
Under
Did
rock.
you like the bank heist with Lord Bolton?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
yeah. Anytime I see somebody from Game of Thrones in another movie, you're like, oh, it's Game of Thrones.
Her ability to block bullets in this and that
was
scene
badass.
was way better than what she was doing in Wonder Woman, which looked really awkward and slow and kind
Well,
of.
she was learning how to do it then.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It just looked better.
She didn't know she had that power at that point.
You guys never.
Well, remember when she was running through the war? Like she knew it just looked kind of.
Well, it was
jumping-
a slow, Mo scene that they were showing off for her. Like, it wasn't meant to be.
I assume
Well,
none of you
this
guys
scene was
No,
awesome.
it was badass.
have seen Meteor Man.
No.
Mid 90s black superhero. He did the same thing at one point. A gang was shooting bullets on people, and he jumped, did a quick move and caught all the bullets. I was like, oh, she pulled a Meteor Man. Okay. But if you want to blow up a bank with a bomb, why do you have to go in with 18 guys and assault rifles?
Instead of just going in with a briefcase and
Yeah.
blowing it up.
Yeah,
I have movie tropes, right?
I know. That's why fell into that.
Yeah. Ezra Miller was so good in that movie.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, I love how when Superman first comes back, because obviously Superman's fast, and there's been the whole who's faster thing.
That eye contact?
Yeah,
Yes.
because obviously the Flash is faster. Like in that scene, if Superman was faster, he would have been hitting
He wouldn't
the
have been
Flash.
dodging?
He wouldn't have been dodging. So he's a second faster, but he's just like, oh shit. He like turns his head, but he dodged everything he threw. But
I like that he was clumsy, too. He'd fall over.
yeah, he
himself.
fell over his feet a bunch of
Couple
times.
times.
And I like that they played into the fact that he does have to constantly eat because he burns up so much when he
Yeah.
runs.
Blood sugar.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Bat Spider mobile.
Oh,
What did
yeah.
he call it? I don't remember.
He called it the...
Does anybody care?
Batman is very underwhelming in this movie. He almost did.
I didn't like it as much
Nothing.
as in Batman vs Superman.
It's funny
He was
because
angrier.
I still like Ben Affleck. How do you feel about Jake Gyllenhaal being...
Is it Gyllenhaal or Gyllenhaal?
Doesn't matter.
You too.
Jake G.
Just doesn't matter. I think it's Gyllenhaal. I'm a big person on pronunciation correctly though.
Yeah,
except
oh, yeah.
for
Yeah.
noise.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah, let's go back to the beginning of this goddamn episode.
But I don't know. I'm not. I don't know
You're
if I'm behind
lukewarm.
it. Yeah.
Your room temperature on it.
I just don't know if he could be a good. I don't know. I
He's-
don't
Is
see
he a
it.
crazy
Then it's
person?
just-
Yeah, he plays a good crazy person, but I mean...
Well, he was like someone like in
supposed
Southpaw
to be?
and Nightcrawler. Like he was very.
I didn't watch all of Nightcrawler. Watched all of Zodiac. He was really good in that.
Yeah.
Love Zodiac.
What is he going to be cast as?
Batman.
Oh,
Really?
wasn't he
There's
dropped
a
out?
rumor. No, he already said he wants to drop out. He's just trying to figure out how to do it smoothly.
Didn't his sister get fucked, slapped around by the
Yeah,
Joker?
that's what I was thinking. Wouldn't
Yeah.
you feel kind of awkward?
No, he wants to get revenge. He wants to kick some Joker ass.
What was I had other notes? Let me see. No, disconjointed.
What do you think of
Stop and
Cyborg?
start.
Nobody said anything.
I actually like Cyborg.
Yeah.
I love that he's
Cyborg
in
is Carrie
Booyah,
Payton.
which is
Oh.
like a.
Is that a phrase of his?
On Teen Titans Go, he says it all the time.
Okay. I expected to not like the character, and I liked
Yeah.
his story in this.
I would have been perfectly fine with the guy that plays King Ezekiel playing him because he plays him in every cartoon in Teen Titans.
Is
Teen
he supposed
Titans
to be
Go.
50 years old?
It doesn't
You can make him
matter.
look younger.
When that all that hair is fake,
Fake.
Corey. He has just a shaved head. He looks way younger.
I've seen it.
But
Carrie Payton is.
Carrie Payton is really good. King Ezekiel. It's 2 good back-to-back episodes for Walking Dead the last 2 weeks.
I can't wait
It
to
made up
watch
for
it.
it.
Yeah, I made up for the one I didn't
Garbage.
like. So
I didn't like the first episode.
I liked the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have weird standards.
Yeah.
He admits it.
Yeah. No, dang, you got me off my notes. My notes.
One of my favorite parts was when Aquaman was sitting on the lasso of truth or whatever it's called.
Funny shit.
I was cracking the fuck up. That was great.
Even when like the criminals at the very end are like rung up by a rope, they show all of them like post Justice League, and criminals just spouting out like all the people selling them out. It was funny.
Yeah.
A lot of comedic humor in that.
I don't like how there was like a borderline possible romantic thing between
Her and Batman?
her and Batman.
They've
I don't
had
know
that
why.
Since Batman Superman.
I don't really feel that.
No?
No, I guess there was a little back and forth at the party.
Yeah, the gala.
Yeah, the gala. Jeremy Irons still good.
Yes.
I like Jeremy Irons as Alfred. Not that he's a
And
big part of the movie, but
They
I
barely
still,
got him J.K. Simmons.
yeah. Well, obviously he wouldn't have taken that role probably unless it was an expanded role in the Batman movie. But yeah, you really didn't see him that much. God,
Kinda
Ezra
had a
Miller really
shoehorn
stole
in.
every scene. I do like when Momoa saves that one sailor whose ship's going down. He comes in and at the end he's like drinking that full bottle of whiskey,
Walking
just
into
walking
the
into the
water.
water. Is any music better than the music that plays when Wonder Woman starts like fighting and stuff?
Her theme song is
They played this
amazing.
movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was subtle. It was a little quieter, but yeah, they played it.
Well, they got in
When
the
you first
original
came in.
Batman score and the original Superman score in the movie.
Did you like the
Did I notice?
when Alfred was like, the things we used to have to worry about with wind-up penguins?
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
Nice little throwback.
Mm-hmm.
The movie wasn't great, but I did like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Nowhere near as good as Thor or the most recent Guardians or what other superhero movies have come out.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was better than this.
Oh, yeah.
My own biggest complaint of the movie is something that's just dumb, but it's like structurally that in Avengers it worked well, where you have all these people who have really superpowers, and you find something for each one of them to do, and you feel like they're not being wasted in their capacity. So like this, I think the story structure of this, when they all come together at the end, there's not a big enough villain to withstand all of them attacking, so they have to make Superman run off and go save somebody for 5 minutes, and the Flash as well. I don't think there's like a big enough army or villains or
Struggle.
things going on that balance the fighting to make it seem like interesting enough. Whereas Avengers, in the Battle of New York City, everybody kind of had
Their own
something
niche.
to do, and in lesser
Niche.
extent, other Marvel movies have done it better. But I had a problem with that. Like it's just
Well, Superman would have just taken him down by himself.
Superman could have ripped his head off in one.
Yeah.
As soon as he got there, the end.
I did like
There's
I
no kryptonite. It could have been.
I did like the he's scared so his own people turn on him type of thing.
Oh, that's funny.
That was kind of
Except he's going to come back and be alive.
Probably. Well, I don't know.
50-50. You didn't see him die on screen, so...
Yeah.
Well, originally this was supposed to be a 2-part movie, correct? Wasn't it part 1 and part 2? And
I have no idea.
I think it was 2 parts. So I'm having an issue because they didn't.
Steppenwolf and then Darkseid.
Yes, but he only mentioned him once in the movie, and then it kind of just ended. And I don't know how they lead into the next one, and I don't know.
Did
what
you
they
like
make
the movie
next
more than you thought you were going to?
one. No, I had low expectations anyway. So I just,
Sometimes that's the best way to go into a movie.
Yeah, I didn't read any reviews before this.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
went in and
I
watched
can't
it
not.
and enjoyed it. As a whole, I liked it more than Batman versus Superman, but I liked the fight scene between Batman and Superman more than any part of this movie.
I get that. I like that fight
Yeah,
scene.
that's anytime you can see Superman beat up is a good day.
Yes.
I like the villain that's better than Batman Superman. Abomination was just horseshit.
I agree.
You mean Doomsday?
Yeah, whatever.
Abomination.
I thought seeing John Manganiello as Deathstroke was one of the coolest parts of the entire movie.
Yeah. So what?
See, I thought his face looked weird.
he
This
looked
whole
badass.
goatee looked fake, and
They have
was
time to
white
clean
hair.
it up. They can make him look however they want.
I don't know. I just didn't. The costume, like his outfit was cool. But
His
he took helmet
outfit
up.
wasn't as good as the one on Arrow.
No.
Was it?
No, Arrow was like it because he was wearing a spandex suit in that with armor on top of it, so you could see that the tight. Whereas in Arrow, he was like fucking decked out
Plated,
and
yeah.
plated armor and stuff. It was cool.
So that's the Legion of Doom then. What Lex is making.
That's what I was about to ask about is Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Like, who all is in that?
I don't know.
I mean,
But
it probably
yeah.
varies depending on when
We
you're
were talking
reading it.
like the Avengers. Depends what
Oh.
time period you're in. Then
Lex Luthor changed his tune. Like he was all like, "Total Darkseid's coming, Darkseid's coming. I'm crazy now," and now it's like, "Well, fuck it. Superman's back. We're fucked. Let's just make a league of villains with poor villains."
I thought that Manganiello had backed out because the movie kept getting stalled, and even now they're not. They might be in pre-production, but I don't think they have anything going forward concrete right now.
Wonder Woman 2.
That's fine with me. That's the best thing that they have, as long as they don't fuck it up, and as long as they have Godot and the lady director. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Think to have anybody else come back? Probably not. Huh? It'll be, if it's 30 years later or whatever.
I'd be
It would,
okay.
yeah, it would be would it be current or would it be before?
World War II, hopefully. I don't know.
I think Ezra Miller could carry his own movie, but I think it would just have to be a smaller scale film, not like.
Like an Ant-Man style film?
Yeah, like an Ant-Man. It wouldn't have to be so global. It could be localized to a specific area.
Was Zack Snyder giving his boy a little role playing his dad? That was Dr. Manhattan?
Billy Crudup.
Yeah, you know that guy.
That guy's a piece of shit.
He is.
I thought you liked him.
He's a great
He's a great actor, but he left his wife for another woman while she was pregnant. That's a fucked up move.
Your heart does what your heart
Yeah.
wants.
That's fucked
I
up.
think your penis is the one causing that problem.
Yeah. It's not the head he was thinking with.
Dr. Manhattan did the same thing. He left his wife who had cancer
And he had a
for a
big
young
penis.
hottie. That's why he was cast.
As a person that's read Watchmen and did you read Watchmen as well?
Never.
Oh, really? You did? Mm-hmm. Great. Not just graphic novel, comic book, whatever you want to call it, but thought of as one of the better stories and better written things, period. Alan Moore is very well regarded.
Wait, he did Killing Joke too, didn't
Yeah.
he? Nice.
But anybody that's not like a superhero comic book type person, because everybody knows that I am, when they saw that movie, they're like, "What's with the blue dick?" Stupid. It's because it didn't televise that or broadcast that before the movie came out.
I remember hearing about it so much that I was surprised how little it was in the film. Not the penis, the scenes.
Oh, I forgot that Zack Snyder did do that movie, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. He definitely has his own. You didn't see a lot of it in this.
He dropped out.
The
He
movie
had
was
some
in like
problem.
yeah, his
at
son
home.
committed suicide.
Daughter?
Ooh,
Daughter, yeah.
that's rough.
So I think it was already filmed. It came down to editing and reshoots that Joss Whedon did. That's probably why it's as good as it is.
I wonder. I'd like to see what Joss added.
He put together the Avengers. He obviously
documentary.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He did Avengers 2, eh? Is that the last one?
Yes, I would give this movie I mean, we don't really typically do ratings anymore because of
Well,
Katrina.
sometimes we make fucked up.
Because
Yeah.
Katrina?
Yeah, because of Katrina.
Katrina, you fucked up.
I'm a problem with everything.
But it's around a C plus to me.
I give it a B.
I'd give it a B.
Really? Because you were like, I like that. C plus is me liking it more than I thought to. Maybe even a B minus.
Well, it's not the most amazing movie in the world, but I like
Thor
it a
was
lot.
amazing. You gotta see Thor.
Yeah, dude.
Although it wasn't a Thor movie, it was more of a Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Legitimately, watch Thor if you haven't. That's so good. Well better than this.
Well, better.
Definitely
Yeah.
got to watch it while it's still in theaters.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
it's worth a.
Yeah.
It's worth the blah, blah, blah. Anything else? I
It's
mean,
funny. I like Batman the very least out of all those characters.
yeah,
Bruce Wayne, Batman, whatever.
but you needed him. I mean, he was the person that moved the whole thing forward.
Catalyst.
Yeah.
I still thought it was kind of funny when he was like, "Oh, what's your superpower?" He's like, "I'm rich." or
Yeah,
whatever.
I
thought it
hate,
was funny.
I hate when he says that.
Why?
Because it's not true.
It is true.
His superpower... No, I don't want to get into this right now.
As playing Bruce Wayne, yes, it is.
Do you think in this
As what?
version
As
he's-
Bruce Wayne, that's his superpower. As Batman, it's not. But then, even in the Nolan films, why is he swimming with the models and the thing and flying? Because he needs other. Well, I guess as a superhero, he doesn't need to have them. But other people need to think that he's just some rich guy.
Yeah, but people watching the movie are going to generalize him that he's just rich and has gadgets, which is
Do you think in this,
1% of what he does.
you think in this version he was trained to be a ninja like all the other? Well, the Nolan Batman.
No one was involved.
Yeah, I assume he went and did his training like normal. But that was 25 years ago.
He kind of sucked at fighting in this one, Aliens.
He did. This
And
was his
whereas-
word. He's also 40. He's supposed to be 40 years old
If
now.
you compare it to the scene in Batman vs
When he's
Superman,
closer than 50, closer to 50.
he fought like 20 armed thugs.
Yeah, that was
That
awesome.
was he had none of that in this movie.
This is
at
what,
all.
18 months after?
He couldn't do
Something
shit.
like that?
The guy that he caught at the beginning is the main character, one of the two main characters in Mindhunters.
That was fun.
Look, I recognized his face. I was like, did he appear in some other DC movie or something? I don't know.
Monster Trucks.
He was in Monster Truck, that really terrible kids movie with the monster inside the truck that I watched because Parker really wanted to see it.
Did anybody else... Well, I didn't know, but did anybody guess what the big guns were when Superman was going apeshit?
That it was going to be Lois Lane?
Yeah.
No.
I thought I couldn't...
I thought it was going to be a kryptonite
thought-
something.
I thought it was that or the suit
I
again.
thought he was going to pull out and do the repeat thing. Martha. When he's
For a second I thought he was going to say Martha, and then it was going to...
You heard Clark, and then you're like, oh shit, I know what it is.
Yeah.
That was smart.
Including the rooftop scene in the beginning. I think that was a shitty way to introduce aliens in the first, 20 seconds. Him getting into a grappling match with
Yeah, you didn't know if it was... You didn't know what it was. It could have just been some random villain he
What
was
the fuck
fighting
is
that
going
day.
on?
It's a moth guy.
The
Well,
movie just
you
jumped
saw
the gun
you saw the parademons in the last movie.
in, visions.
In a dream sequence?
yeah. And
then
all
you-
of a sudden, they're, real. In,
Okay.
the first 5 minutes.
And then you have 3 Tesseracts.
I was like, yeah, I was going to say the same shit.
So the throwback or the scene in Batman vs Superman where Ezra Miller goes back in time to tell Bruce that it's
Bruce!
Lois. Is that where he gets the big gun idea?
No.
He's like, it's Lois. You were right all along. Lois is the key because Superman wakes up and
I don't
can't
know.
get back.
They never really referenced that.
that'd be a waste of putting it in early. It has to be for something.
It has to be
deeper than
something
that.
bigger.
For something else.
Yeah.
There might not be another one.
I honestly don't think there is.
Because it didn't hit 100 million. They're saying it could get to 600 on a $300 million budget. I mean, that's not
Very big
not a
profit
big
margin.
turnaround.
I want to see international.
Well, they're saying 600
Really?
world gross, yeah.
That's weird.
Well, it's not.
Batman's everywhere.
Yeah,
isn't
it's didn't equal. It's not gonna hit 100 million. Where Thor made, what is Thor at? 400 million over 17 days. I mean,
I don't think they make another one.
I don't think they're going to, and I think they're gonna start scaling back. They're probably gonna be like, oh, we gotta reboot everything now, which sucks because Ezra Miller deserves more screen time.
They just got to get rid of the one guy who's the component in all of that.
Zack Snyder, yeah. What's her Patty? What
And
Patty
Jenkins?
Jenkins.
Let her direct the next fucking Justice League.
Get rid
She's
of
doing
the
good.
Rat Pack
Yeah, Brett
production
Batman.
company.
They already did.
Good.
He's completely taken out. Gal Gadot said she wouldn't do the next Wonder Woman.
I heard
if he was-
that rumor, but she had never officially said anything to any public.
It could have been that she said it behind closed doors.
She
And
put
somebody leaked
pressure
it
on.
out.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
What else?
About the movie?
Yeah.
The Speed Force looked good.
Yeah. Barry Allen.
Yeah. He had a lot of good one-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
And slow motion, pushing the soda.
Mm-hmm.
Very much X-Men Quicksilver, but
I can't help but focus on like the other people's faces when he's moving super fast and like what they're seeing, which is basically just
Nothing.
nothing. But it's like, yeah, well, Wonder Woman's half god. Maybe she can see what's going on. Obviously, Superman can.
she didn't know he was on top of her.
Is it like, have you ever stared at a ceiling fan rotating and you stare at one blade and
yeah.
you rotate with it a little, your eyes with it, so it doesn't look like it's going as
No one
fast?
else has done that?
Yeah, no,
It's like a
I've done
game.
it.
Yeah. It's not going right now.
Oh, shit. I thought it was
Yeah,
good.
it's slowed down.
I can't think of anything else notable. I'm sure I will later.
Speaking of superheroes, Invincible only has 2 issues left, and it's over
Thank God.
forever.
Shut
They're
your
going to make a
mouth.
movie out of it.
They are.
There.
It's going to be Seth
That's a
Rogen.
good series.
I heard Brett Ratner's directing.
Rat Pack Entertainment.
No, it's
Universal.
sad, man. I read there's only 2 issues left, and I'm just like, man.
All good things must come to an end.
People are fucking getting destroyed, though. It's like,
Yep. Bye.
Just wait till 4 years from now when somebody decides to reboot it.
it would have to be him. I mean, nobody owns any part of it but him, so.
Wait till he sells out like Lucas.
Dude, there's fucking.
He's also Disney.
There's
I don't know about
There's
that.
so many Walking Dead like offshoots for like sales and stuff. Like he doesn't control things that are attached to the show. Because AMC owns it, so when you see like Walking Dead wine and Walking Dead this and that, it's I don't know why you would want to drink Walking Dead wine. They said the Rick one was supposed to be pretty good, but the other two are garbage. The Negan and the Daryl.
You don't control the products?
Not the ones that are associated with the show, because AMC owns the rights to the show.
Oh.
That's why you see...
He has a cut, but he has no creative control?
Yeah. That's why you see, like, the comic character figures are coming out from one company and they look one way, where the action figures from the show come in a different box and they look a different way.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Either way, money in the bank for him, so...
So, A Quiet Place. You guys didn't see the trailer for that?
No,
we saw it.
It's John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, and it's like this family living out in the wilderness, and it's
The trailer's very quiet.
it's really,
subtle.
really, really quiet, and like even like the paths through the forests and stuff are sand, so you don't make any sound when you're stepping, and even in there.
The word flash on screen like, you can't make any noise. They will find you. Or like, always.
It's a really cool trailer.
Always be quiet.
Is it supposed to be like scary,
And
creepy, or
yeah.
well, there's two kids playing Monopoly, and they're throwing the dice onto like carpet or a blanket or something. So, and then the kid moves over and he knocks a lamp over, and then you.
But they're like
Crash.
pieces, like mint pieces, and they're being really quiet. But it makes a loud noise and knocks something over.
Everyone talks in sign language.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it looks
they do it too.
really
And the dad's like, shh.
like tense. I like
And
tense
then you hear a
movies
noise
like
from
that.
outside. And you see in the house, there's like the camera's
Big
panning
claw
earlier,
marks.
and it said they can't hunt you if they don't hear you. Like the words on screen.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It
What's
does
it called?
look
The Quiet Place?
A Quiet
A
Place.
Quiet
Yeah.
Place. Yeah,
It
it looks
seems
really
really-
interesting.
Really well made trailer, at least.
Yeah.
To say the least. If it's going to be an okay movie.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Well, mark your calendar, April.
April. Yeah. April.
Did anybody else watch Don't Breathe?
I have it recorded,
Okay.
but I haven't watched it.
What is that again?
It's with the guy that looks like Cable from Avatar, and he's blind, and people break into his house.
If you like the tense movies, it was tense.
I lean towards those kind of horror movies that are really tense, not like
Slash him.
I used to like slashers as a kid, but now I'm like I want that tense, like Hush. Hush was so good.
I watched. I didn't finish that movie, but what I watched of it, like it was like
For Hush?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole time. We went over this, right? She's deaf.
Yeah.
And yeah. Did we go over this?
No.
It's on Netflix, and it's a deaf woman who's an author, and basically her best friend gets murdered right outside of her house, and she doesn't hear it because she's deaf, and then the guy that kills her is like tapping on the door with a knife, and it ends up being like this torture film where he's on the outside and she's on the inside, and he says, you know, she can read lips. He's like, you know, I can kill you anytime I want to, and it's the whole cat and mouse game between that.
Ooh.
There's a part, and I'll just tell it's one of the like most cringe-worthy parts of a movie, and it's stuck with me. It's a very specific part, and it's not.
Face reveal?
No. It's so her friend gets killed outside, and it's like in the woods. It's like these where the houses are really far apart. Well, her boyfriend comes home and she's not there, so the boyfriend goes to this deaf lady's house to see if his wife's there or girlfriend, whatever it is. I don't know specifics. There's only 4 people in the whole movie, and he's like knocking on the door. Nobody comes to the door, and he's looking around and he sees the guy who's the killer, but he doesn't know he's the killer. So he says he's the police. He got an alarm called, and he's there to check it out. And the guy's like a little suspicious. And he looks at his leg, and there's like blood on his leg or something. He's like, yeah, the intruder like ran out of here, knocked me down, and booked it off into the woods. And he's like, they're going back and forth. You could see the guy's like a little skeptical of what's going on. So at some point, is it that there's a key somewhere hidden? The guy that's suspicious, the guy that's not the killer, grabs a big rock, and he's like hiding it behind his back. And this guy's bending over to get something, and he's about to hit him in the head with the rock because he suspects that he's the one that's fucking with people. Mm-hmm. And the deaf lady bangs on the glass, and the guy looks over, and the killer guy stabs him in the neck real quick, just like just a little jab, like right in the jugular.
Bleed out.
And he's gonna bleed out, and the guy's just like, "It's over, man, it's over." And he's like holding his neck, knowing he's gonna bleed out. And there's like this whole back and forth while knows he's gonna die because he got stabbed in the neck. Nobody's around, and the guy knows he's gonna die, and it's like Oh,
That's awful.
it's like he's like slowly, he's still trying to like kind of get the guy, but he knows he's bleeding out. It was a fucking rough scene. Like it stuck with me. Like it's one of those scenes that you're just like, I can't believe that hadn't been done before in that particular situation. It was pretty good, but it's a good movie from Blumhouse. Good company.
What else did they do?
Get Out, Creep, Insidious, Paranormal Activity.
What's the name of the horror movie that had like people in burlap sacks on the head stalking people in their house?
Wasn't it like The Neighbors or The
The
Strangers?
Strangers.
Because they're making a sequel to it.
That was
whatever it
a
is.
good movie.
I heard it was really
Was it?
good.
I didn't see it.
Strangers was
I just heard like
really
releasing like a
good.
new trailer for
Should I watch it?
a new one.
Yeah,
I heard it's really good.
yeah, it's good.
Well, for me, I really like Get Out, Hush, and Creep. So Creep 2 was okay.
Did you watch It Comes at Night yet?
No.
No.
We rented it and I fell asleep. I wasn't feeling good that night, so I had to turn
Returned
it back.
it.
You watched It Follows, didn't you?
Yes, good movie.
All right. There was on Twitter someone was talking about. I guess Get Out is listed as a comedy,
Yeah, it's
And-
considered a black comedy,
Yeah.
and then
dark comedy.
and then
That's-
Jordan Peele he quoted that tweet on Twitter and said, "No, it's a documentary."
Yeah.
nice,
I was like, oh, that's
nice.
clever.
It's going into that category in the Golden Globes.
Yeah, it's going
musical
in.
comedy, just like The Martian, which is dumb as shit.
I still haven't
2
seen
years
The
ago.
Martian.
That's a good movie.
It's a pretty good movie.
But do they not have a category for like, if it's not drama, I don't know what you call it, but fucking musical comedy is not one of
It's just
them.
what they throw everything else into.
That's the dumbest. So people who
Hodgepodge
actually make a musical or comedy,
They're
they're
screwed.
getting fucked over.
When A Quiet Place trailer came on, Parker was like, "What is this?"
Oh,
yeah, he was like nervous.
Not having it.
Did you see the other movie he was in, like 13 Hours, or that Krasinski was in?
The Benghazi movie?
Yeah.
No,
It's
he got
weird.
jacked.
Yeah, it's weird though because I just finished all 9 seasons of The Office, so now it was
wait.
hard for me.
Wait, did it just crash? No,
Doesn't look like it.
it's still recording.
Yay!
Woo!
So it was hard for me to see him as this guy.
But he put on a ton of muscle.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
He
he
got
was the
big.
second finalist for Captain America.
He would have been good.
I think he would have been fine.
Who had more muscle, him or his wife? At one point, when she. Oh, you haven't seen?
I haven't seen the Sicario or Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah, that's not what it's called.
That's what they renamed it as. That's what it came out as on DVD.
That's the title in small words.
No, they
That's-
retitled it because people didn't understand
What was it called
what it was
originally?
about.
I'm trying to think of it.
Wasn't it called like Oblivion? Or
No, that was with
No,
Morgan
that's-
Freeman.
I have no clue.
I don't remember.
I'll know the name as soon as I hear it. I'm just. But it's-
Live, Die, Repeat, original name, Edge of Tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Such a better Live Die Repeat is actually it's catchy. At least.
Yeah, that's probably why they renamed it, hoping it would pick up more money. In the
I didn't.
it's supposed to be really good.
It's a decent movie. Like it's not horrible. If you liked what you call Groundhog Day, yeah. You like
I want to
this.
see Happy Death Day when it comes out.
Yeah. Same,
That's another Blumhouse movie. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see that, but
same conceit.
it's hard to like. Now we took the boys to see this movie. We took the boys to see Thor. We can actually. Oliver's still a little rough, but we can sit through a movie where I can't take him to see Happy Death Day or Disaster Artist or
Not yet.
or we'll all go see Star Wars. And then Black Panther comes out.
Pacific Rim 2.
Oliver wants to see it really
Oh
bad.
my god, totally.
I only watched half of the first one, so I couldn't watch it yet.
Oh, that's an awesome movie.
I was digging it.
Yeah, it's
part
it's
two
fun
looks
to
so
it's
good.
fun to watch. I mean, it is because it's giant robots.
Yeah,
What'd
you
you
know
think of
you're
the
getting in
Rampage
for it.
trailer?
I'm more excited about Rampage than I am Jumanji.
I've heard.
Jumanji looks interesting.
I didn't
I
see
feel
a
like it's an
Rampage.
interesting
What's
play.
Yeah, like the video game. You remember the old
They're making
arcade
a
game?
movie?
Yeah.
with the Rock.
I've
Did
seen-
you not get that?
I've seen no trailer for it. No,
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen Jumanji like 18 times.
It's like The Rock rescued an albino gorilla when it was baby, and then there was some like
Are you
DNA
kidding
alternate.
me?
It gets really big. And
Fucking
yeah. And there's a
No.
gorilla and a wolf
The
and a
trailer looks-
crocodile.
the
Jeffrey-
trailer looks
Jeffrey Dean
entertaining,
Morgan's in it.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is in it, and he's
I
playing
think he plays
Negan.
the bad guy.
Huh?
I think he plays the bad
Probably.
guy that does all the testing on his friend. He keeps calling the gorilla his friend. It's really funny.
Jumanji looks funny or fun as shit.
Yeah.
I'll probably see it.
I think it looks interesting how they're like making the characters and how they go in there.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
not
That'll
themselves.
be a fun thing to keep in mind when you watch a movie. I'm trying to think about like who they are in real life versus how they're acting. And it has Rice Darby in it. Welcome to Jumanji.
Right, I love Rice Darby. Like, it just... I know I'm late to the Flight of the Conchords party, but I mean, I watched it all.
Absolute best part of that show.
And and at this point, I'll watch anything with Clement in it. We just watched a movie of him where
People, Places, Things.
People, Places, Things, where he splits up with his wife, and they have 2 twin daughters, and it's like a heartfelt movie. But it was really good. He's good in anything he does.
Did you ever watch Shark versus
Eagle? That's another Watiti movie.
Yeah,
No,
I never watched it.
I haven't either.
I doubt it's not a cup
No,
of tea.
I haven't. It's on Netflix though.
Well, you know that those things had to. The New Zealand government paid for those things. Like, you petition the government to fund movies and stuff, and they say yes or no. So it's an interesting way to. I was listening to an interview with them. It's an interesting way that they find funding for their movies. Like they funded What We Do in the Shadows,
Nice.
which everybody here except for you have seen.
Oh, it's so good.
This is true.
It is excellent.
It's on what, Amazon?
You gotta watch
Yeah.
the 5-minute short they made 10 years ago. It's the same exact dialogue, same exact scenes, just them older or younger shit.
I've seen that movie half a dozen times at this point.
It's funny.
It's a really good movie.
Shadows?
What We Do in the
Yeah.
Shadows is better than, to me, is better than Justice League and Thor. That's
You could have just said better than Thor, and I would have said
well, it's
they
the
were
last
better
2 movies
just-
we reviewed, so.
Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, and that's
I like
hyping
that
it up
movie
a
a
bit
lot.
for you, but I like it a lot.
Is it more
I'm-
funny?
I'm glad you
Is
like
it just a...
It's very subtle.
I laughed a lot
Yeah.
in that movie.
It's a little dry too, but I like that kind of dry,
Quirky humor.
quirky humor.
Yeah.
Have you watched the
I-
Meyerowitz
I'm-
stories yet? On
What?
Netflix? The Meyerowitz stories?
No.
You should watch it.
What's that?
It's a Netflix original with Adam Sandler.
Oh,
And Dustin
I
Hoffman.
saw it. I haven't seen it yet, but I saw it on the...
It's
thing.
like Adam Sandler is one of the 3 times he's been like an excellent actor.
What's the movie?
The Meyerowitz stories.
The Meyer.
He was,
But he has
really
more
good.
than 3 movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think if it was released nowadays, Billy Madison would be at all as received as well as it was?
No, and I
No.
don't think Black Sheep is that good.
With Chris Farley?
Yeah. I think Chris
I
Farley
see
is
that one.
highly overrated. I like Tommy Boy better than I like Black Sheep.
I remember
Yes,
liking both
Tommy
of them.
Boy is significantly better.
I think to me, I don't know if I can differentiate a lot of the scenes. I haven't watched either of them in a long time.
You like
Black
Almost
Sheep
Heroes
and
better than
Tommy
both of those, right?
Oh, Almost Heroes. I love that movie.
Yeah, I do. I love
That was
that
with
movie.
Matthew Perry.
Yeah. And Chris Farley.
I
I
don't
love that
think I
movie
saw
so
that one.
much.
And Eugene Levy.
Same thing, Beverly Hills Ninja. I fucking love that movie.
The best scene in that whole thing is the end where he's talking about you can do this, you can do that, and then nobody messes my brother. And then they play the song and he just whoops everyone's ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Boy, I love Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy's good. I might even venture to say I like Tommy Boy more than I like Billy Madison. I like Happy Gilmore more than I like both of
Oh
them.
yeah.
Happy Gilmore, I think, is the best
Yeah.
Sandler comedy.
For me, Billy Madison doesn't hold up as well as Happy Gilmore or.
You don't
something
like
else.
Wedding Singer, though, do you?
I never really watched it.
I like Wedding
Well,
Singer.
It's a good movie.
It
Yeah.
is.
Such a good movie.
But Adam Sandler, I
like
remember.
51st Dates, right?
Yeah. I remember them saying that Adam Sandler there was a rumor that he was going to be nominated for an Oscar for a movie, and I was like, what movie is he fucking in that he's getting nominated for Oscar? And then I watched this, and I'm like,
Okay.
I can understand where he might get nominated. It's really good.
You should've got
Was
it
he
for
ever
Waterboy.
nominated for...
Spanglish or Punch Drunk Love?
no,
or
the one...
Don Cheadle, where his
yes.
family died. I never saw that one.
I watched it once. He was good.
It's funny because Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, and Adam Sandler, and it's not a comedy. It's got like a Wes Anderson feel to it, where it's like Royal Tenenbaums or something, where there's some dry humor in it, but it's not like a funny movie. It's one of those things where this is point A and point B in this person's life, and that's it.
Those little shorts.
The end is that's the only thing I didn't like is the end was super just
Abrupt.
ends and you're like what? It wraps everything up at the end where everybody's kind of you get what you need out of it, but there was actually some funny parts.
It was good. I liked it.
Who played his sister?
Some random person. I
Yeah.
have no idea who that person was.
You should give it a watch. BB won't like it.
Probably not.
Gene.
Gene.
You see Wes Anderson's new one? I seen a couple trailers for it like a month or two ago. Island of Dogs.
Mm-mm.
It's a claymation.
Is it?
Again, yeah.
Nice. I never saw The Talented Mr. Fox.
That's the only one of his I don't think I've seen. Well, the last like 10.
What do you guys think about that Commuter movie
Liam Neeson.
with Liam Neeson?
Is it just another Taken?
No.
No, he's on the train.
He's on the train.
Oh!
No, I was...
It's
I
like
kinda-
Clue, right?
It looked a little...
No, that's the Budapest. That's the
No, that one's out
that
right now.
Budapest.
That
it's
Orient
the
Express.
Orient Express.
That's a remake of A Million. Yeah.
Well, it's like a 1930s movie.
Yeah,
It didn't get good reviews, and I wanted to see
it
it.
has so many people in it.
Yeah.
I was kind of excited.
What do you think about The Crimes of Grindelwald? Did you see the picture for that?
I see it the night we did the podcast. I thought we should have talked about it.
Did you see the picture of it yet?
No.
You see Jude Law as Dumbledore.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you see his wand.
The picture moves too, like when you watch it.
I didn't see
I'm
that.
so excited for that.
It looks
I thought it was another reveal. That what's his name's back? The Flash.
the Flash.
Yeah, whatever his name is in that movie.
Barry Allen?
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, Gustin. Oh, Ezra Miller. Yeah, because he was the Obscurial or whatever.
I'm trying to think of his.
Ezra Miller.
seen the
It
movie
was
once.
what was his name? It was like a very old.
Biblical.
It was an old traditional
Yeah.
name. It wasn't Jebediah.
he was in that lineup, so I'm like, okay. So it's just
God,
a
that
revealing
dog.
that he's already back alive.
Yeah. But it was cool seeing Dumbledore with the short beard because you were assuming it was
Yeah.
going to be short and stuff, and it
He
was.
looks like a detective.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I wonder if he's going to play him like, because he's supposed to be in love with Grindelwald. So,
You think he's gonna be?
well, like flamboyant. I don't know because Dumbledore was a little flamboyant, and a little eccentric. He was very eccentric.
I don't think I would have read, based off his gestures and movement from the movies. At least I don't know how it came off. in
I'd
the
have to
book.
reread the books.
I sense no flamboyancy.
Well,
in
I mean
Dumbledore.
that's not all.
eccentricity, maybe.
I mean not all. So, I mean
No, I'm just
that's a
saying.
stereotype. I mean not
Yeah.
everybody's
So I'm just saying, if they put flamboyantness into this character,
credence.
yeah,
I've watched that movie. We've watched it in theaters. We watched it like 1.5 more times. I thought it was a really good intro to build a foundation for prequels, and I think that going forward they can do something really special.
the fat guy's gonna be back.
Yes,
Well,
Jacob
fat or not, whatever.
Fogler.
That guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so good.
He
Did you
was-
ever see it?
You're talking about the fat guy in Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah.
Balls of
Yeah.
Fury.
Balls of Fury. Yeah.
I'm glad that another reveal from that is that he's gonna be back from that.
James gave that guy a high five at Comic-Con one year and just wrecked his hand.
Oh my god.
It's like, wow.
He wrecked James's hand or James wrecked his
James
hand?
wrecked his hand.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I thought it'd been funny if he wrecked James's hand.
From all the paddle.
Oh man, I don't think I got anything else. What was this one about? Justice League.
Deadpool trailer.
We
That
talked about
Deadpool-
last week,
Teaser.
but
Yeah, that
Deadpool
was
teaser.
really good. No, the Incredibles 2 was a teaser.
Yes.
Did you see that? The Incredibles 2 has a teaser.
no, I didn't see
Yeah.
it. Did
It's
you
about
see it?
damn
Yeah.
time.
Not in the theater. I saw it at home.
Oh, what was it?
It's
just-
like Jack, and he's like crawling around and he shoots lasers out of his eyes, and it splits the Incredible logo into two.
Still
and-
be a baby.
And then Mr. It takes place like right afterwards, apparently.
A decade later in real life,
a
and
decade. It was more than that,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That
what
was a
came out.
long time ago.
But then Jack, Mr. Incredible's holding him, and he's like, "You have powers." And he sneezes, blows fire, shoots lightning, and then shoots laser out of his eyes, like back to back to back.
What do you think about Coco?
I'm interested in seeing it. It's supposed to be really
It
good.
looks good.
Yeah, Pixar really doesn't miss very often, unless it's a Cars sequel.
They're getting a little bit outdone.
Yeah, well, people are catching up.
Don't teammate.
Well, Disney is their own animated movies are starting to.
Well, Disney
have
was
been
so
really good
bad
for so
for
long.
so long; they were just relying on
they're on
Pixar.
fire now. I don't know
Yeah.
what the last one was. If it was Moana.
It was Moana.
Moana was so good.
Yeah, that's your favorite anime movie.
Next one will be
ever.
Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah.
Love that first one.
I might like Moana better than all of them. I really like that movie a lot.
I only saw it once.
It's
I'd have
got
to watch
Jermaine.
it again.
No, it's not Jermaine. It's Jermaine. There's no R in his name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Who?
Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords. He does a little,
I was going to ask if you ever seen that movie.
little shoulder dance.
Oh, what's the one he was in that was made by Sing by made Napoleon Dynamite? Fuck, I remember. Why did you watch that movie? Shit.
What's your favorite Flight of the Conchords, though?
Gentleman's Bronco. Never watch it?
No.
It's so. I like it a lot. I don't think you. It's very
Hurt
dry-
Feelings. That's my favorite one. That's the answer to my question.
What is it?
Hurt Feelings.
He asked you a question.
I've got hurt feelings.
It's all about business time.
Hurt
That's the
feelings.
best one.
Well, it's because Rise Darby sings it, but Jermaine Clement is rapping about the guy's not liking his casserole.
Yeah.
It's good shit. That show was hard to get into, but I'm glad I did.
I don't think that's it.
I don't know my favorite song of theirs. I like.
I like
I forget how they introduced it. In
hip
season one.
hopopotamus.
That was fun.
He's like, I'm hip hopopotamus. My rhymes are bottomless, and then he just stops because he can't think of anything else.
The robot song, "The Distant Future."
Yeah, that's good.
The year 2000. The distant future.
Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
The humans are dead.
Binary solo. 00001.
You saw him live, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
They were funny as shit.
Okay, so you said Dimitri Martin opened for them.
Yeah.
I was listening to another podcast, and I guess they do this huge thing in, I can't remember if it was in Europe or if it was in Australia or New Zealand, where it's a comedy thing. They do it once a year, and these people have like a year to work on their act, and they weren't even on it. But Dimitri Martin gave them his time
Nice.
to do something, and then that's where Flight of Conchords came from.
Okay.
So he
started them?
he helped give them time.
So I remember watching them on the internet back before they had a show.
Yeah.
I heard that song, hearing it, and I was like, oh, that's funny.
Was their thing more of a concert or more of a stand-up?
The recording I watched, looked like it was in a very small venue.
No, I mean when you
He's
saw them.
asking.
When I saw him?
Yeah.
Oh, it was at
No.
the... What?
He's not listening to your question.
Was it more of a concert or was it more of a stand-up comedian type thing?
Oh, sorry.
Or was it a mix?
Mix, mostly concert, but they did jokes in between.
Well, because Dimitri Martin over him, did he play music too?
I don't think
Because I know he has songs on his albums.
I
Did
don't
he draw
quite
pictures?
remember. He did a couple, I think, visual-based things. I just can't remember at all.
I like him because he's so monotone. I don't know why, but it just lends itself to his style.
I mean, he was cracking everybody up, but I wish I remember some of his jokes.
He's a one-line comic too. I mean, he doesn't do like long story end of jokes. It's like a couple sentences, move on to the next one, move on to the next one, move on to the next one. Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else notable in the last couple of days that we can talk about.
You're not doing a very good job.
I know, there's nothing really a whole lot. Your Animal Crossing game comes out on a Wednesday.
Oh,
There's a new Animal Crossing.
It's on the phone.
Oh.
I don't need any more games.
Villains we
Distracting me
want
from
in
work.
Justice League
Did you catch
2.
your Mewtwo?
No.
Did you get an invite?
Yeah, I already have 3.
3 what?
YouTube.
Nice.
Good for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you.
I'm not talking it up or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was telling BB about some of the after credit scenes on. I was explaining. I don't think she's watched anything but Suicide Squad. So no Man of Steel, no Batman versus. But Suicide Squad in the end credits, Batman gets the dossier of personal information. Did that come in any handy in this? Did he still had to find everybody? He's still asking around town.
Well, he knew to go to some random city in Norway or wherever he was, Scandinavia.
I guess so, and they just happened to have a
He
mural,
knew where Barry
a mural
Allen
on the
lived.
wall of the 3 stones or Tesseracts.
I'm not going to pretend that I'm a big DC fan, but isn't Aquaman supposed to be just as powerful as Superman when it comes to like being in the water?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think a lot of things they match him up to like Thor or something. I don't know.
That's what I thought. He looks like the DC Universe's Thor, like this kind of hulking, large, long-haired.
I think that
Person.
He
Prince
can talk to
Namor
fish?
is the Marvel version of Aquaman.
Yeah,
They're pretty
both kings of an underwater.
Submariner. Yeah. Except he's a dick.
Did he talk to fish? I forget what the end of the joke was. He says, "I listen to the waves, bro."
Yeah. There was but that is a straight up steal of. I saw a picture of. I wonder if they have it. If I can find it online. They based Aquaman off a different company's comic book. Although I mean that happens a lot. Slade Wilson and Wade Wilson. I mean that's kind of a fucking rip off.
What Aquaman was Aqua Bro,
Aqualad.
Aqualad.
Mermaid Man, and Barnacle Boy. To the invisible, whatever they drove.
The Invisible Buttmobile.
There was a. I want to say it was a Submariner comic.
Did we talk about how they're making a live-action Teen Titans?
Are they?
They're making a live action Teen Titans. They're also making a Teen Titans Go movie.
Which one are you more excited for?
Teen Titans Go.
They're making a Lord of the Rings TV show.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be live action or animated?
It's gonna be live action.
That's awesome.
They're saying it could be the first show that's cost $1 billion to make.
I hope they do it right.
I'm sure they will. They're trying to make it their like flagship program.
Who is? What's the channel?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh.
I never mentioned it to you, but a few weeks ago,
We talked about it on the last podcast. That's why we kind of skipped over it.
Oh.
I ran into an article where it was grouping together all the hate that Teen Titan Go
You don't run.
gets.
Uh huh.
And it seems like a lot of people on the internet or life are very upset or were that Teen Titan Go is all the Comedy Central's or Cartoon Network, shows. And people are like, "Oh, it's not even as good as the original." And then, so there's a lot of infographics of like Cartoon Network studio executives Don't air Rick and Morty. Don't air whatever the other cool shows
It's
are.
because those are for adults and this is for children.
I'm not the one who petitioned.
No, I understand that, and I've seen
And-
that Teen Titan Go gets a lot of hate,
I seen it was
but
like
it's popular amongst children.
oh, I'm sure.
Cartoon Network
I don't know
during
what
the day geared at children.
I don't know what time slot's taking over or it pushed out. It was like an onslaught of, and I was like, I've seen Teen Titans Go. It's funny.
Teen Titans Go will air like 15 times in a row.
Right.
Oh, will it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some days.
No
Yeah.
idea. But I should afford to do the article.
All their shows do that. They'll do
It would probably
blocks.
just
Yeah,
be
they
upsetting
do
to you.
blocks with, like, same thing with
OK
Gumball,
Heroes.
same thing with OK Heroes. They're 15-minute shows, so there'll be blocks of like 2 hours of them sometimes.
Yeah.
They'll just throw them on there. But I understand where adults will be upset because they went from, it's not an adult show, but maybe a teen show for the last Teen Titans,
Right.
to a predominantly children's show. But what's going to make more money? The show is really funny, and you see kids with the shirts on all the time, and the merchandise sells and stuff.
There
Where
were a couple like legit shows. Didn't you like the Horseman, BoJack?
BoJack
Horseman.
I watched the first couple of episodes, I fell asleep, but it was really funny.
And there's some other cartoon that I seen the creator on the H3 podcast, the YouTuber. I can't remember what cartoon he made, but it seemed to have gotten a lot of. You can tell if something's popular. You see it pop up online a lot in different places. So I don't watch any of those shows, so I have zero idea about what they're about.
Eric, who has 2 kids, has watched all of Rick and Morty at this point.
That's good.
Yeah. I got him to watch it because I said it was better than Futurama. He's like, it's really good, but it's not better than Futurama. I was like, I take that. That's fine. I like both of them a lot.
Season 4 is supposed to have 4 more episodes than the previous season.
So was this one.
Oh,
and then they
supposed
couldn't
to, and
finish
they
them.
didn't. That's
Yeah.
all.
So that they, like, the season finale of the season wasn't supposed to be the season finale. It was supposed to go further.
Oh, that's shitty.
Have you seen Rick and Morty? Yeah, see, she's alright.
I'm only 1 season in.
Oh, you've actually watched 1 season?
Mhm.
You like it?
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's real.
I'm gonna start again from the first season and just watch.
It's so good.
It only gets better.
It does. Man, I think that episode with Mr. Poopy Butthole, not because he's like a great character, but just how those parasites like mimic things, get into your brain, and you create memories, and then when you come back,
They're there.
they're there, the things from your memories, so you don't know if they're real or not.
Mm.
It was pretty good. Or any commercials. You know all the commercials were ad-libbed by the creator of the show, right? In one takes. So when you hear people in the commercials, like, they'll start laughing. they just films the little mouth one is my fucking favorite thing. I wonder if I could find it real quick. Can you guys carry on a conversation without me?
Probably
About
not.
Rick and Morty?
Well,
About
nobody
Rick and
else
Morty,
has
no.
watched it besides Anthony.
Corey, you haven't watched it?
No, never seen this. Well, I've seen 1 episode here.
This commercial is fucking... I don't know why, but it cracks me up so bad.
All right, we're watching.
We're watching a Rick and Morty commercial, then we're going to end this fucking...
We're gonna end this fucking, is what you just said.
Down little bits, where the food is tiny.
Let's start from the beginning.
Hey, listen, is your mouth tiny and small? Then why don't you come down little bits, where the food is tiny. It looks like regular food, but really tiny. You can put it in your mouth and eat it. Nothing gets stuck in your lips. It's just tiny and fits right in. Fits right in. We got tiny lasagna, tiny pizza, tiny pie. Little tiny fried eggs. Oh shit, we got tiny people, little bits. You hungry? Come on down, little bits. Eat some shit, you stupid bitch. Just kidding.
Oh, man. This shit cracks me up. That scene where...
So those are commercials on the TV that they're watching.
They're watching, like, interdimensional TV where they've got, like, 100,000... There's the part where fucking Morty is telling Summer to pack up her shit. She's like, pack up all your shit. Pack your shit up. Pack all that shit up. You put it in a bag. You put that shit... And it just keeps going and going, man. It cracks me up. We should watch Rick and Morty. And we gotta finish Mindhunters. You got something, Corey, before we get out of here?
I was just trying to find the name of the cartoon. It's Gravity Falls. You heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good?
I've never watched
I've never watched it.
Okay.
There's, like, some shows on there that I like, but then there's, like, Uncle Grandpa, which I'm like, what the fuck is this
Oh, that
bullshit?
show's so weird.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Like, we
It
only
seems
watch
like
shows that the
your-
kids will
Your
watch.
Tom Arnold thing, where he's his own grandpa.
What about it?
Nothing, I don't know.
The Stupids?
Yeah. Isn't that a song in that he's his own grandpa?
Yeah, I mean, that song was from something else originally. Ray Stevens.
Has anybody watched F is for Family, I think is what it is? It's Bill Burr's cartoon.
No.
I like
That's
Bill
on
Burr. He's funny.
that's
I
on
love
Netflix,
Bill Burr.
right?
Yeah.
Didn't he molest somebody?
No.
Not yet.
I don't know.
Not Jesus.
And with that, we're out.